Hello my friends, my name is Emily. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this reading vlog. I have kind of fallen into a bit of a reading slump, not gonna lie. I was reading just so continuously and so fast, and then I totally fell off of reading and I started playing Stardew Valley for the first time in a long time. Fell in love with it and then haven't picked up my current read since. I'm currently reading Anxious People by Frederick Backman, which I love Frederick Backman's writing. This has nothing to do with like the book. It's just that for some reason I can't find it in me to like sit down and read through it. I've also just been incredibly busy and I want to spend my time playing video games instead of reading. But it's so good so far. I'm just really in the beginning of it. And I want to get through it. I also want to start reading The Hunger Games or rereading it because I have already read it. Because I watched the movies again, as many of us did, and I want to reread the books. But I don't want to read this until I finish this because then I'm going to read this and I want to put it down and I'm not going to read this. So I'm going to read this and I'll update you when I'm in the middle of it. I also need to film a March reading, reading wrap up for March, which I'm going to do now. And I'll see you when I've read some more of Anxious People. Hey friends, so it's been 2 days and I want to give an update with Anxious People. You should be proud because even though it has been 2 days, I have made significant progress. Do you see that? I was in the beginning of this 2 days ago and now I only need 60 pages left, which the length of this book was not the problem here. The problem was my motivation to pick it up, because the worst thing that you can do when you're a mood reader is read a book that is not in your mood. And for me, DNFing is so difficult, especially when I've made like even a fair amount of progress in the book. It's hard for me to put it down to like pick up later, so I needed to finish this. My favorite thing about Frederick Backman's books is for real his writing. The structure that he writes is a lot like putting pieces of a puzzle together, which I mentioned when I was reading Beartown, because he gives you each character and somehow they're always connected. If it's heartbreaking, if it's heartwarming, if it's in a good way, in a bad way, they're connected. Specifically with this one, it's kind of in between good and bad. The people that are connected in this story. And you don't know, and they don't know, but they are. Because I think what he emphasizes is the fact that this world is so small. And that you encounter the same people and you will not even know it because you keep living your life, because it's not or could not be a significant moment. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not. I feel like this book gives off very different vibes than what I was expecting. It's about I didn't say what it was about. It's about a hostage situation and a bank robber that's not trying to be a bank robber, and a bunch of people that are just in this weird situation, and there's a weird sense of camaraderie. This twist, but I don't understand it, and I kind of hope that it'll be talked about more because they came to like this giant revelation. I'm not reading in between the lines. I'm not connecting the dots because it's like contradicting everything that we just read. I don't know how to explain it to you without spoiling it. I'm also using the new little gel highlighters that I got. They're conflicting with me. One, because my sister used them and she made them dull. Makes it difficult to annotate with them, and also if you press too hard, it's like working with a crayon. So you have to write very, very light. Very light. Those are my speakers, sorry. I'm finishing this hopefully today or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, and I'll see you when I finish it. Hello friends, so a quick update. I'm here with my friend Jackie.
I'm Jackie.
Jackie Wacky. And we just went to Sephora and we went to Half Price Books. So this is a book haul and a little makeup haul mixed into one. This is exciting. I got 2 books, she got 1. She got a really good one though. Tell them what you got, Jackie.
I'm really excited. Here is the ta-da!
A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
For how much did I spend? $5.49.
$5.49. A steal. Really.
A big steal. Because
we've been telling her how much we loved that trilogy. And so she's finally going to read it. And then I got 2. I got The Shadow Throne, which is a series that my sister has actually been loving. And so I got this mostly for her because I don't even think I've read any of them, but she likes them. And then I've been really looking for Your Own Writing by Stephen King because it is a memoir on his writing process, and for me that's big. And so I found it there, and it's kind of messed up, but it's fine because it works. So yeah, then I went to Sephora and we got the infamous lip oil by Miss Gomez. Miss Selener. Keep an eye out for Selener, and we did. They were out of like every other shade but this one. But this one came out amazing. Like, look at us. On both of us.
Right now. It's the shade Joy by Selener.
So pretty. And it feels so nice.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel sticky.
I can't feel it. It does have a little tingle.
Barely.
But barely anything. Like, it feels fresh. It feels very fresh. Like, it feels like after you brush your teeth, what your lips feel like.
Right? Yeah. Like, not too pepperminty, but just nice. Light.
I can't even feel that it's on.
Yeah. It's like a little breeze. When you go and you see it, which I think this is why it was the only one left, and you take it out, it looks so orange. I didn't even show you. Oh my gosh. It looks so orange on the little applicator, and so it's kind of a turn off. It's very vibrant to see. It looks more orange in person, but when you put it on, it gets darker, like seconds after you put it on, and it gets more red, like this, and it makes it worth it.
It like matches your skin tone.
Yeah. And then we both got concealer, which I've never tried it. She was hyping it up. She says that it's worth it. So
it is 100% worth it. It never creases.
Never
creases. Me with a crease right now. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't.
So yeah, I don't own any Rare Beauty makeup, so this is a start.
Too.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I gotta support Miss Selena Gomez. She deserves it. Oh, somebody's gonna go get you. Then the lady who was helping us gave us little bracelet gifts that say "I am rare." Isn't that so cute? Yes, I love. That was our day so far. We also went to go get coffee at this little coffee shop, which I didn't get anything of, but we were there. Look, she's oh! Okay, bye!
I've got time on my hands, but you've got so many plans. I need something from you. Tell me, what can I do?
So, yeah, I finished Anxious People, and I may or may not have cried off all of my eyeliner, or at least some of it. I'm giving this 4 stars because I really enjoyed it. What kind of killed me was my lack of being in the mood to read a story like this in the beginning, but towards the end I got really invested in all the characters, and just Frederick Buckman books kind of scare me because I know that they're gonna hit me hard every time I read one. Even though, okay, wait, I sound like a fake fan because I've only read Beartown and I've only read Anxious People, but because Beartown hit me so hard, I was expecting it to be the same when I picked up Anxious People, and while it was a different kind of emotional journey. This talks heavily about suicide. It talks about the weight of existence and stuff, but he makes it so normal. Not normal in that way, but normal in the way that, like, we're all just so human, and for some reason this book takes on the second person POV sometimes, which makes it feel even more personal. And so all these things combined, by the end, man, as you saw, I was bawling my eyes out because some of the way that things are worded, it's so good and so heartbreaking. So yes, 4 stars because I really enjoyed it. I had a time. Now we're gonna totally switch gears because I really want to read The Hunger Games next. This should not take me very long because this will be like my 3rd reread of it. I think I read it like every year, I think. I'm just really in the mood for something fast-paced and a little bit more intense, but not contemporary in a way, just fiction in like the purest little form of fiction. I'm gonna start this But I'm really happy to have finished Anxious People, to be honest. You have motivated me, because I don't know if I would have finished that this fast. It was taking everything out of me to pick it up. But here you are. Okay, see you later. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Get Ready With Me part of the vlog. We all know that it's a necessity. It has to come. It's needed. It's wanted. I don't know if it's wanted, but I'm doing it. If you see paint on me, fun little life update. We have been putting new floors in my room. I had carpet, if you didn't know, and it's been there forever. And so we are switching to wood, even though I loved my carpet. It was just a little too old. So I spent all day doing that. I ran some errands with my dad, and now it's like 5 o'clock-ish. I'm doing my makeup in the bathroom because my room is empty. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a little bit, because you'll see the transformation. Because right now, we finished painting my ceiling because it was tan, and now it's white. Spoiler alert. And it's empty. It's bare with concrete right now before we put in the wood. So I'll show you. But Jacky Wacky, you know Jacky Wacky, she was just in this vlog. She called me up and she was like, hey, I feel like reading. And I was like, you know what? Me too. So I'm very quickly getting ready because I looked like a wet rat, not gonna lie, because I've just been working all day. And so I'm excited to go read. I'm on page like 120 maybe at most of the Hunger Games. I was reading it last night. I just think that it's so well written in the way that the author portrays the world. It gives you a sense of what's happening very quickly, because I feel like that was a new genre coming up back when the Hunger Games came out, right? Because then it was like the dystopian boom, but back then it was still kind of real. But I feel like the way that she introduced it was very smooth, very understandable, because I feel like it was quite a new concept, but very well executed. I love how much more background you get. Like, they talk about Joanna, they talk about the careers early on than they do in the movies. Even just Katniss herself and her character relationship with Gale is so much more fleshed out in the books, which, I mean, I hate Gale too, but in the books, he's a little bit more active than he is in the movies. Yeah, I'm very much liking it. I kind of wish that I owned Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2, because that's what they're called, right? The last two books, I wish I owned them. I only own Catching Fire and The Hunger Games, but I am in the mood to finish the whole series, because I'm honestly not sure if I have. I read The Hunger Games like 3 times, Catching Fire twice, and I'm honestly not sure if I've completed the whole series all the way through. Once again, my hair is wet and it looks funny, but once it dries, it'll look bomb. Thebomb.com. Eyeliner time. Are you ready? Do you think I'm gonna mess up? I'm keeping it very simple. Very light. I really don't want a lot of eyeliner right now. Have you heard of that mascara that like comes off? What is it? Tubing mascara? That it comes off. Like it forms a little tube around your eyelashes and then it just comes off easily so it doesn't harm your eyelashes. I want to look into that because I feel like that's very handy dandy. To finish the look, Miss Rare Beauty. I have fallen in love with this little lip oil. Here's the look. Now, let me show you my room, okay? Welcome to my crib. It's empty, it's bare, and I have no furniture. My sheeting is also white. Did you see that? I think it's kind of pretty. I think it's kind of nice. I'm liking the vibes. I like the vibes a little better when I have a floor and when I have a bed in my room. I'll see you guys in a bit.
I've got time on my hands, but you've got so many plans. I need something from you. Tell me, what can I do? Somewhere
friends, I thought that I would give you a quick update because I did end up finishing The Hunger Games. I did rate it 5 stars just because I rated it 5 stars every time I read it. I feel like it's such a classic, and once you get to the part of the book when Katniss and Peeta team up and then win the games, I feel like is when it gets the most exciting and the best. Every time I read it, I love that part. I was planning on reading the whole series in preparation for the new movie, but I don't own the last two, and I want to stop rereading books. And so I decided to put on hold The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which I'm waiting for, and it'll be a while until I read it. I started picking up thrillers because I have been really in a thriller mood. I read 2 of the ones on my physical TBR, and I checked out The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager because his books hit. Exciting news before I let you go. I got a Kindle Paperwhite. It's one of the older generation versions. I don't care, I just wanted one. I love how portable it is, and reading in the dark is going to be so much easier. I checked out Fury Born, and like I said, I also have Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes on hold. That'll be a while though. I connected it to my Goodreads, and I think that's so cool because it has like my library of books that I've already read. And I feel like it's just so cool because you can hook it up to the Libby app, and I can read books for free on here. I love it. That's all for now, my friends. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye.